I have this 5 litre carton of cream that I need to use up. I got it in this week's trolley haul. If you want to see how I get cheap groceries, go check out that video. I've never made butter before. I only have the Immersion blender, so I've looked up all the hints and tips. I'm going to give this a go. Apparently a tall, skinny glass jar or something like that is better than the short, wide style. So I'm going to use this glass vase because that's all I have in that sort of shape. We shall give this a go and see if I can get some butter happening. So I just need to hold this in here and make sure that the blade is fully submerged in the cream and make sure that I'm not moving it around. I'm just literally holding it and letting the cream move around and the blade do the work. I'm just going to put it on low. So I've been blending for about 3 or 4 minutes and it's at the thick whipped cream phase. It doesn't feel like it's doing too much, so I'm going to increase the speed and just put the blender on a bit of an angle to get the cream moving. I'm just giving my blender a bit of a rest because it's feeling really hot, so I just keep stopping here and there to let it cool down. You can see it is starting to get grainy and turn into, I think, butter in there. It's happening. It's just a very slow process with this hand mixer. You can see down here that the buttermilk is starting to separate, so that's really good. That means that we are getting to the butter stage. So while that is cooling, I've just unplugged it from the wall just to let it really cool down. I can see that the top layer is still creamy, but we have separation at the bottom. So I'm just going to scrape it down and just, I don't want to mix it. I just want to kind of reintegrate it. And then once the blender's cooled, I'm just going to do little short bursts. All right, let's just do some short bursts now and see how we go. Alright, we've definitely got some butter happening down there, I reckon. Just let this cool for a little minute and then we'll go again. I think I am done with the blending now. You can see that the buttermilk has separated. We've got some clumpy, whitish, yellowish bits. I am just going to clean off the blender. Pour this in here to strain out the buttermilk. The next thing that we need to do is rinse out this butter, which will get the rest of the buttermilk out of it. So this buttermilk can go into a jar in the fridge because that is perfect for pancakes and other baking recipes. Got about half a cup of buttermilk there, I reckon, maybe even 1 cup, I'm not sure. The next step is to add this butter to a bowl of slightly iced water and we're going to rinse it. So this is how we will get all of the buttermilk out, and we're probably going to have to tip out this water and freshen it up about 3 or so times. So that whole blending process took me about half an hour because I had to keep stopping to let the blender cool down. So if you had a standing blender, I'm sure you could do it heaps quicker than if you just have the Immersion blender. So this is my second bowl of cold, slightly iced water. You just kind of need to squeeze the butter a bit and get all the buttermilk out until your water turns clear. So we will do one more after this. All right, this should be the final rinse, I reckon. So this is the third cold water bath, just to get all that buttermilk out. So I just want to try and squeeze out the water as much as I can. So you can see there's a bit of excess water in there. This is what's left. We'll add a bit of salt and then I'm going to put it in molds and into the fridge for setting. If you want salted butter, you can just add about 1/4 teaspoon for 2 cups of butter. You can taste it and add more if you want to, and then you just knead the salt through. So there we have it, homemade salted butter. That took me about ½ an hour of blending with the Immersion blender and letting it cool in between. You could certainly do it a lot faster if you had a standing blender. Next, I just want to put the butter into these molds and into the fridge for them to harden. And then I am going to store them in the freezer because I have plenty of butter in the fridge already. I'll just pop them into the fridge to set. I'm going to grab the rest of this cream out and keep going at it until all of this has been turned into butter. The butter has been set in the mold, so let's pop it out. There we go, we've got 2 bits of butter. I'm just going to put them into a Ziploc bag and then that can go into the freezer and we will have some butter ready to go when we need more. I'm going to go make up the rest of the butter from that 5-litre bottle of cream and just fill up Ziploc bags with these butter chunks and we will be set for butter for ages.